What's up, fam? We are in Knoxville, Tennessee. Why are we in Knoxville, Tennessee? Had to make a little detour. Came over to Knoxville. I left Jonesboro after my round yesterday. Didn't have a great round. Not a lot to talk about. As far as the golf that was played, I threw some really high level shots this week. Had some good putting days, some bad putting days, so regular golf stuff there. But I don't know, just had a lot on my mind this week, you know. So long story short, I'll do my best to eliminate names and things like that, just because I don't really care to slander anybody's name or tear anybody down. Things happen, such as life. But Wednesday morning around 9:30, 10 o'clock of this past week, 2 days before the tournament, I was informed that I can no longer use the van because it was no longer legal to drive the tags that had expired in March. So I would then need to be taking that van from Jonesboro back to Little Rock and then get my car and drive back. So hour and 45, hour and 50 from Jonesboro to Little Rock, about an hour in Little Rock, transferring everything over from the van to my car, and then taking the seats out of the front and the back of my car, and then driving another almost 2 hours back to Jonesboro. About 5.5, 6 hours total round trip. It's pretty much a lost day. I didn't really get to practice. My mind was racing. All I could think about was just getting the vehicles taken care of so that I didn't have to worry about getting pulled over for anything silly because the tags were expired. So but that also meant that I was losing my my living space. I was losing my house. I was sleeping in the van, and I had ample space there. And so I just slept in my car Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and just tried to keep positive thinking, forward motion. But as things started happening on the course, my brain was just immediately going to other things going on, and one of those things was this situation. So because I was sleeping right here where I'm sitting, and the first night it was okay, but by that third or fourth night my back was hurting, my legs were hurting. I wasn't getting a good night's sleep, and that's super important. The strain that we put on our bodies every single day with the amount of practice and things like that we do, you gotta have rest and recovery. And I just wasn't getting it as the week continued to progress. And I think I felt my mental game short, like the fuse was shortening because I wasn't well rested. You know what I mean? But anyway, so finished the tournament. 3 or 4 holes left in that round. My mind was completely gone. I was not thinking about that at all. All I can think about was I have to figure out how to get my car built out so that I have a stable sleeping situation moving forward. So driving from Jonesboro up to Bowling Green, and I have to go through Nashville. I got a homeboy who's been through thick and thin with me for years, Corey Gilliland, who lives in Knoxville, and it was about the same distance from Nashville to Bowling Green as it was from Nashville to Knoxville. So I hit him up like on the fly, last minute, was like, hey bro, I need some help. Do you think you'd be available? And he never blinked an eye. He was just like, yes, like get here. I was gonna have to stop and pick up some lumber on the way because I was going to be getting into Knoxville about 8 o'clock, and so there was a good chance that most of the places that I would need to go would be closed. And he called back and said, don't worry about it, we got everything here. We didn't have to buy any materials, they had everything there. I got in town, you know, about 8:30 and just kind of stretched and everything, and we jumped right into it, and we got the whole thing built out and ready by, you know, just before midnight. So I'll do another video to kind of give you like a breakdown of everything, but you know, it's very simple. But the frame, you know, has a piece of it's not plywood, it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's a really nice board. And you know, you lift that up and you can all my storages, my disc, my clothes, and all that kind of stuff is underneath there. And then, you know, clothes are still hanging up back here. And the back is basically like my kitchen, where the cooler and all that kind of stuff goes. I gotta trim down some of the garbage, and as far as like the extra things that I'm carrying, like I don't need the air mattress that I was sleeping on anymore, because I've got my my camping pad that goes on top of this. It's rolled up back there. But also, that's, you know, some of the other things I got to look into is like the foam roller tops. I forget what it's called. Some of the other guys out here have them, and so I'm gonna look into that. But I can't say thank you enough, like seriously, to Corey and Tanner Gilliland, who saved my ass. I was in kind of, I don't really want to say a state of panic, but I just didn't know like how I was gonna make it happen. I had it like visualized and I was ready to do it, but I mean, whenever we got there, it was just like all hands on deck, and they killed it. They knocked this thing out of the park. All the little bitty like fine touches, to where like we use Dremel tools and things like that to like keep the board from hitting the door handle, so that it doesn't wear down over time. You know, making the front part accessible, but we, you know, have two pieces so the back part is stationary, because I don't need to get back. I mean, it's just little things to keep things from moving around and be comfortable. And yeah, so I slept on it last night, and I slept like a baby. It was great. It was phenomenal. So yeah, I'm hanging around in town for a little bit, waiting for those guys to get off work, and we're gonna play some golf, possibly at a course that I've not played since I've been here before. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, I feel like this video has gotten really, really long. So thank you again, Corey and Tanner. You guys are amazing. The tour rolls on, baby. Rock and roll.